And this is the litmus test for the S&P 500. It's hitting major resistance. First one starting here on 4/21/2020. You can see this black line here is anchored at that time frame. There's a hit here, and then we're in the extreme volatility era. There was a whipsaw from the bottom, whipsaw from the top. This was pretty good support here, pretty good resistance here. Same thing in this area, and it never reached it again until recently here and now here. Then there's another rising resistance line here starting on February 22nd, 2023. It was good resistance here, and it passed it here and then hit the other rising resistance line, and now it's hitting it again here. And in the weekly S&P 500 chart with the diamond bottoming pattern here way back in the COVID crash era, and it has a rising resistance line here from 12/21/2021, and it's now hitting that here for this past week. And here's a snip from the big board chart. You can see the rising resistance here from 2/2/23, and then the other one from 2020, and the weekly rising resistance line right in the middle at these levels. So they're really right together. The S&P 500 daily chart in DeMark shows the sell setup 9 end count for combo and sequential printed. However, it's not perfected. So to get it perfected, there must be a close above this high on June 12th, and the perfection arrow, such as over here, will print. The act of printing the 9s did print the new sell TDST floor right here at 5257.63, so this is a good thing. And because the 9s printed by the textbook, to reiterate, there's usually a pause for a few days, or maybe a downdraft, and then a resumption of the trend, which is up. There are a lot of 13s printing, so here we have some aggressive sequential. Here's a combo cluster, and another combo cluster is about to print, and sequential is on sell countdown 10, and combo is on sell countdown 10 also. So in a perfect world, in a few days, 13s will print there and there for those. And if that happens and the sell countdown continues going up and gets past those rising resistance lines that we looked at, and continues blasting forth onwards and upwards past the exosphere, then it could go all the way to 18 and get a recycle count for all the 13s that printed within the sequence. So this one might get left behind, but these for sure up here, and maybe if this prints 13s, could get recycled also. And recycling is a indication of upside price action to come, even though 13's printed all over the place at one time. And I have this combo disqualified sell risk at 5260.60 is the bottom of the range. We're groping for a top. Unless these become qualified and confirmed, there'll still be support at the bottom of a range. But if they get qualified and confirmed, then we're going to have to wait for new range bottom and top. But right now we're still groping for a range top. And in this S&P 500 daily chart into mark, I have this qualified supply projection as a target to the upside. And if and when it makes it up there, let's see what price action does. If it gets resistance here big time and heads down, then we might have our range top here. And for now, the daily Stark band is up in that area. And I have not done the math, but it looks like unless there's a gap down under this ongoing demand line for Monday morning, it won't be qualified. And if there is a down move past it, if that doesn't happen, that gap down, and it closes below it without gapping down, this will probably become disqualified. Again, I'm just eyeballing it, but it sure looks like it would be disqualified unless a gap down below it happens at the open. And then, of course, if there is a gap down, if it fills that gap on the way back up, it'll still be ongoing. But if there's a disqualified demand line here, that's usually an indication of a fading opportunity in the opposite direction up.